Good morning, friends, and happy Moonday. My name is Allison. I'm the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland, and I'm coming to you fresh out of the shower, so I had to put my crown on to make me feel a little bit more fancy today. Today we are going to be talking about the moon energy for the week of May 9th through the 15th. I wanted to start a little bit out with talking about just following the moon cycle in general and what happens when you fall out of that cycle and how you get back on track. And I think the biggest thing, especially because we're almost halfway through the year here, and if you've been very consistent so far, then congratulate yourself and good job. But there's always going to be these times where you kind of fall off of the cycle. Your schedule doesn't work with the moon cycle, or you're just gonna have those times where you feel like you're in a funk and the magic isn't there, the mystery isn't there. And I'm here to tell you that to be gentle with yourself when that happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. I'm kind of personally going through one of those times, so I thought it'd be a perfect time to talk about it. I think it was just I took this extra job, and it was just so totally out of my element. It screwed with my schedule, and then everything got crazy busy, and I really have been kind of struggling a little bit. I feel like I let myself down. I feel like I let you guys down. And so this week we are going to focus on the heart chakra because I feel like I need a little bit of extra love during this time. And I know that as we were heading into this week, Mercury goes retrograde. And then next week we're having a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So I was just feeling like I needed a little bit of extra love this week. And I wanted to just tell anybody who is if this is your first time trying to get on track and in the cycle with the moon, it's just gonna happen. That's how cycles are. That's why it's not a line. It's not a start and a finish and there's only one way to do this. This is about discovering what your cycle is, what it means to you, and your connection, your personal connection to the moon, or your energy's personal connection to the moon. And it's just about discovering what works for you and what doesn't. And when you do find something that works, the cycle is going to shift and come back around, and then you're going to have to find something new to throw into the mix that helps you get back into sync. So I just wanted to put that out there in case there's anybody else has been going through that or has gone through that before. And I mean, it just happens. It's not linear. There is no black or white, right or wrong way of doing this thing. It's even if you look at it like a spiral or the Fibonacci sequence, if we start out at this point and then we spiral around, you're still going to pass and encounter those things again, and then we spiral around again, and you're a little bit further away from it each time you go within the spiral. I hope that is making an accurate visual for you. But it's if you look at a spiral, say this is the thing that you're either trying to get away from or set intentions around or whatever. When we go into a spiral, we're going to pass it again, and those things are going to come up. They're going to surface. They're going to trigger you every time you pass it. But see, you're not as close to it as you were before. And then we're going to continue on this spiral. And you're still passing it, you're still having these things come up, you're still setting intentions on how to make it better, but you're that much more removed from it. So you're never going to fall back into that place that you weren't happy or you didn't like, or whatever it is that you're setting intentions around. And the spiral continues on forever and ever and ever and ever. It's infinite. So there's always going to be times when you are passing this thing, triggered by it, encountering it, falling back into it because it's comfortable. But you've still done the work, and you've come this far, and you're able to just kind of like jump back in and just start checking in with the moon again, and start tracking your mood and figuring it out, like what's going to work this time and what can I do differently so that maybe I can prevent myself from falling out of this cycle again. Because I feel like I did do all the things that I usually do, but this time it didn't work. I think just next time I might need a day extra off in between to like integrate everything, and now I know that for next time. Instead of beating myself up and feeling like I'm behind on everything, because everything really does happen in divine timing. And if you allow yourself that grace, then you will notice it. Like once you get through it, and you'll look back and like, why was I beating myself up about that? Like it it doesn't matter. Everything works out for a reason, or at least I believe that eventually we get to a point where you look back and you think, oh, I wish I would have been kinder to myself. I wish I would have been gentler. I wish I would have hugged myself, loved myself more. There's never going to be a time that you look back on like, oh, maybe I should have done this, and I don't know. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. So today we are going to be working with the heart chakra, which is Yam, Y-A-M. That's the seed mantra that we will be doing with our malas today. And because I always, I always feel like angel love is 100% unconditional, so I'll be picking a card from that deck. And the solfeggio we're listening to is 639 hertz because it relates to the heart chakra. So colors corresponding to the heart chakra are green and pink. I recently encountered a client who had I don't often see visuals when I work on clients energetically, but this particular client had an orange heart chakra that I was just like, I couldn't not see it. So I think that's just another example of whatever resonates for you is for you, and just leave the rest. If you're like, my heart chakra's not green, then that's fine too. You could, or if you like pink and green together and it's like this swirly tie-dye kind of heart chakra energy for you, if that's what works for you, then that's what works for you. So now that I've said that, we'll jump into the mantra, and then we'll go through the energy of this week, and we'll pick our oracle cards to hopefully give us some guidance and flow. So thanks for starting your Monday morning off with me. Take a deep breath. Yam, 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 yum, 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 yum. So I hope that mantra helps you start off your week with a little bit more love and self-care kind of energy. Excuse me if I'm sniffly. I thought I was having allergy problems, but I believe it's actually a cold or something. So let's see, can we have a heart chakra card for anyone who's watching now and anyone who's watching later? Feeling this one. Love connection. There is an intelligence in the heart that cannot be denied or even explained, only felt. You are sifting through old layers of discontent, connecting with the authenticity and divinity of who you are now. Your heart is teaching you all that you have ever desired or imagined has always been within you, awaiting your intention and courage to allow it. New allies will arrive to you soon in human form. You have attracted them, and they will easily align to this frequency of heart-based connection. The crystal here that they recommend is girasol, and the herb is lavender. I'm not familiar. I feel like I say, like, we pick the cards that I don't know the crystals whenever I use this deck, but I have heard of girasol opal, and I don't know if that is the same thing or not. So this is a really beautiful card for this week. The part that jumps out at me is you are sifting through old layers of discontent, connecting with the authenticity and the divinity of who you are now. That is the exact energy of eclipse season. Eclipses bring things to the surface that we may have kind of like stuffed down and hidden and didn't want anybody to see, but for whatever reason we were holding on to it. But it brings these things to the surface to give us the opportunity to release it and let it go. So while we don't have any, like, I put the first quarter moon here just to have like a reference for where we are in the moon cycle. But we don't really have any significant things going on with the moon this week until the full moon next week. But we can't not talk about Mercury retrograde. I try not to put too much emphasis on it because there's so much hype and fear around it in social media and stuff like that. But it really is this opportunity to learn something and to redo something and to do something over. And I mean, don't we all want second chances to fix things that maybe we didn't really do in the best way or say in the best way, or I really like to approach it looking at it like that, looking at it like a lesson. Because if you're like, oh gosh, what's gonna go wrong, then things are gonna go wrong. That's just the way things work. So keep that in mind. The Mercury goes retrograde on Tuesday the 10th. I didn't look up the time or anything. It's happening. I've kind of already felt the effects of it already, because technically last week was the shadow of Mercury retrograde, and then a week after, we will have a shadow of the retrograde. But I just really try to go into it with an open heart and an open mind. I'm just trying to see. So it's from May 10th till July 3rd. They always seem so long. So get ready, buckle in. If you're just try to remember that the RE in retrograde, just try to remember this is when something goes wrong or when something comes up, it's your opportunity to do it again and do it better. So just try to go into this week and the next few weeks. Try to have that be your pause. If something triggers you, something comes up, we try to contract and take it, like we hold our breath and just be like, okay, now I can do this again. I can do it better this time, and it's gonna be okay. We can get through this together. And I really mean that. Like, if you see someone struggling and having a difficult time, try to bring them back, and hopefully try to bring them back to the lesson, and hey, we can do this again, and we can do it better this time. So hopefully, if you are that way with somebody else, that they will be the same with you if there's ever a time where you're feeling overwhelmed, and that way we can all get through this together instead of just like self-sabotaging and sabotaging each other, even though we don't even realize it. So that's Mercury retrograde. We'll be here until July 3rd. So buckle up. We can do it. Technically today we are starting off with Leo still. So this is a week that you might start to feel energy to be getting things done, staying active on things, which is nice to start out with Leo, to have that fire, to have that inspiration, that spark, and that courage to start off the week and plan your week out, get things done. Give yourself extra time for things because of Mercury retrograde. Maybe personally for me, I realized I needed to schedule more time in between appointments because just in case. And so on 6:54 p.m. Monday evening, we move into Virgo. This is a really lovely thing to have at the beginning of the week because Virgo is going to help us get organized, get ready. Like I said, adding extra time to things, organizing your schedule, making sure that you're putting in self-care onto your schedule. That's why I do the vertical planners. That's why I have these little boxes down here are what I use to do. I pick 3 things that I just absolutely have to do that day, even if it's just something stupid and little, like brush your teeth. I don't know, that for some reason that's what came to mind. Like 3 things that I absolutely have to do, whether it's like exercise, a work project, and even something like take a bath or paint my toenails, like even if it's read a book, something that's like nice for me to do. So I pick 3 things that I absolutely have to get done that day, and that way I'm not putting pressure on myself for this giant to-do, because I always have a giant to-do list. I have multiple lists for everything. I have, like, you've seen my giant monthly list. which this month I condensed it into one page instead of the double page. So that's my monthly to-do list, and then I have the weekly to-do list, which is usually filled up right here. And then I just pick 3 things a day that like are easily enough done. That way I can say, yeah, I did that today. And so at the end of the day, I can feel good about things and not beat myself up for having so many. I feel like we've gotten this one before that I just wanted to pop out. So Virgo, get your shit together, make your list, schedule extra time, reread, restructure, rethink, everything, rethink things before you say them, before you do them. So we'll be in Virgo Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 2:35 a.m. Thursday morning. This is Eastern time, by the way. We move into Libra. Libra is going to help us balance things out a little bit. Virgo structured everything. Libra is going to even things out, so that the structure that Virgo gave us is going to happen. It's going to work out. So that's Thursday and Friday. Libra is also a very lovely sign. It's ruled by Venus. So it's kind of nice to have this love connection card here with us this week. And 6:34 a.m. Saturday morning, we're moving into Scorpio. And we'll be in Scorpio for the full moon on Monday next week. We've got, of course, the whole description, another tarot spread for the eclipse. And we'll talk more about that next week on next Moonday. And that takes us through the week. Despite Mercury retrograde, it feels like a really nice structured week, at least for me. Like, I need that courage and inspiration on Monday, so it's nice to start out with Leo. I need the structure and organization, so it's nice to have Virgo. And then I like to balance things out, and I like things to be fun. I like to work hard and play hard. So it's nice to have Libra there with us on Thursday. And then I'm glad that Scorpio is happening on a weekend, because hopefully I'll get time to just chill out with some self-care. I always like to do self-care on water days. And so we're moving through all the elements. We've got fire, earth, air, and water represented here this week. This is the card that came up for us, opportunity and change. I love this for Mercury retrograde week, because I was saying, like, look at everything as a lesson, look at it as an opportunity. But let's see if there's deeper meaning for this card. Are they in alphabetical order? Yes, they are. As one door closes, another one opens. This is a time for change. Your angels are drawing close to support you in making the changes that you need to make to attract opportunities and abundance. You may have experienced resistance recently or felt stuck, but the new beginning you are seeking is unfolding now. If you're hesitating over a decision or wondering what to do about a particular project, your angels are encouraging you to go with the new. Change might bring a sense of vulnerability or present you with the unknown, but it will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings and gifts and what's important to you. Your guardian angel is waiting to guide you through the doorway of opportunity that is being offered to you now. Ooh. So the extended message is you are in a time of change and opportunity. Whether this involves a new role, career opportunity, relationship, child, or project, know that it is blessed by God and the angels. This is an exciting time, and if you have apprehensions, know that this card is reassuring you that you are being supported by the divine. If you ask angels to lead the way, You will be guided by signs, intuition, and instinct. Move forward fearlessly, as this is a blessed time for you. Wow. So I hope that this is a good sign for anybody who is making their way through this eclipse time and feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Remember that you always have your guardian angel with you. If that's not something that you believe in, check in with a spirit animal. I love pretending that I have a spirit buddy with me throughout the week, throughout the day, whatever. It makes things easier, and it makes things, it makes me walk with a little bit more confidence, knowing that there's either a great winged creature walking or flowing next to me, in the same way I had like I had horse spirit a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, wow, it's really cool to imagine that there's just like this little horse trotting along with me. I am the self-proclaimed priestess of Wonderland for a reason. I'm not very mentally stable, but those are the things that get me through the week, and I just share my crazy anecdotes because I'm hoping that I'm not the only crazy person out there that feels the need to have a horse walking around with them, or an angel walking around with them, or even a lizard. Sometimes you get the snakes or the bugs or whatever. Anyways, that's just how I get through my life and get through the day. Remember the Yam heart chakra mantra and use that throughout the week if you need any softening of your heart, when things are new and when things are changing and when we're growing and evolving. We tend to roll our shoulders forward and contract because we're protecting our heart, because it's so vulnerable. So using that mantra helps, and remembering to roll your shoulders back throughout the day, to take a deep breath. Your lungs are surrounding and protecting your heart, getting that fresh air in there to nuzzle your heart and to take care of your heart, and use that Yam mantra to soften that a little bit, because I know change is hard and change is scary. I'm changing and I'm scared, and I'm right here with you. So I just want to thank you so much for being here, all of your support. And I hope you have a good week. Reach out in the Discord if you need anything. I will, I'm trying to make a point of planning my streams so that I can tell you on these videos, but my schedule is just so crazy. I just have to stream like whenever I'm able to do it, and it's kind of hard to plan sometimes. So hang out with me on Twitch if you just want to chill with a bunch of really kind, generous people who are floating around on this giant space rock with you and experiencing a wild and crazy time just like you are. So come hang out with us on Twitch and do some tarot readings. I've kind of given up on social media, but all of those links are in the description below as well. But thank you so much again for your support, and I will see you next Moonday.